Okay, so let me quickly just add this in the beginning because this video was already done. I was about to upload and I saw this, okay? The video I posted yesterday about Eva going in on Porsha and Kenya more. Go ahead and click that link in the description below if you missed that video to watch it. Basically, Barbie party, Porsha goes and tell Kenya what Eva said, and then, Porsha, and then Eva goes on the rail, okay, and backpedals, and gave 150 different excuses to why she, didn't bring her kids to Kenya party, but that's not what she said on the show. And then she went in on Porsha and she went too far, So basically, this is, Porsha responded on social media, and this is what Eva wrote after all of that situation that happened yesterday. A person will do you wrong, will know that they are wrong, and get mad at you because you said something about it and I meant wrong. Okay? So basically she's saying Porsha had no place to go and tell Kenya. Porsha did admit in her caption that, okay, maybe she was wrong for telling Kenya, but Kenya was going to watch that episode. She would, and then come for you at the reunion. At least now, y'all cool. Y'all had your moment and everything is all good, What's up, my Fina Left? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Fina Entertainment News. QueenYa Moore, welcome back, okay? The first scene to open the season, very beautiful, amazing, our adorable Brooklyn was introduced and all of that. I didn't understand the song they chose to play, though. I mean, she's not a violent person. She's not, beating people up and things like that on that show. So I don't think that was the song for her. But I understand, but I was like, what is this? Bad Girls Club? What's going on? But anyways, apart from the song choice, I love that moment between Kenya and Brooklyn, and Kenya dancing with Brooklyn, feeding her. And then also the part about the dip in the tub. You can clearly see Kenya dipped Brooklyn in the bubbles, not in the actual bad water, and that's why you see she came up with the bubbles. Kenya was just playing with her, and because I saw some things online, oh my god, why'd you dip her in the tub like that? And we already know that Brooklyn is learning how to swim and all of that, but her mother did not dip her in the actual bath water. It was the bubbles, okay? Anyways, those moments were cute. And of course, everything started with, Mark not being present. And we already know that. And now we know what they're going through. They show his picture on the nightstand and all of that. So the fact that, it ended with her, and the scene started with her being reintroduced. That was a beautiful moment. I'm going to jump around. I'm not going to hit on everything, because if you want to get details from most of the things that happened, like I said, go to the playlist because I've covered almost everything that happened. So if you want details on every situations, go ahead and watch those videos that I recently did on things that happened before the episode aired. This is no big deal, but Bravo, oh that Bravo. They go from Kenya dancing with Brooklyn, happy baby, everything is all good, and Kenya talking about Brooklyn is just, Brooklyn is just perfect. She doesn't cry, she's just happy, she this and the third. And then they go to Porsha house where it's raining outside. There's tears going on. Pilar is crying, and Porsha's situation. I'm like, okay, Bravo, I see what you're doing. Anyways, we've already talked about Porsha's situation. Again, we've talked about it a lot, so I am wishing Porsha and Dennis well, because now we know that they were able to work through their issues and they're back together. So there's no need to really spend time on the situation, because we know those tears, she was able to dry those tears, and now she's back with Dennis. They're in love, and per their social media, everything is going well. So wishing their family well. Okay, now Bravo is shady when they talk about that man being involved allegedly with animals, and then they show Porsha in her onesies and him, pulling the tail. I'm like, you know what, Bravo, yeah, I'm messy. Them producers, like, no mercy. Okay, now, Eva meeting her husband, that's a cute moment. Let's go ahead and move on. Like I said, I already talked about the beautiful moment between Cynthia and QueenYa, and they can go at each other and then still laugh, and that's the beauty. Cynthia snatching her wig off, in front of Mike Hill. Cynthia talking about wanting to get married. We already talked about this at great length, saying that congratulations to Cynthia and Mark, and that I hope, that he proposed because he wanted to, and not because he felt pressured that he was going to lose his woman. Okay, so I'm wishing them well. Okay, and the whole thirsty Barbie thing on the screen, people are like, oh my God, Bravo is so mean. How you gonna put thirsty Barbie? Cynthia Bailey herself wrote on paper that she's the thirsty bride Barbie. Okay, so they were just going by what Cynthia said. All right, and it's nice, if you're, I like it. I love it. Cynthia have embraced this. She's not going to be embarrassed about it, that she wants to marry Mike Hill. And that's cool. There are times where people are doing things and then they want to, hide it. And Cynthia is like, look, call me crazy, whatever. Yes, I'm thirsty for this man.
Now what else is going on?
Basically. So I'm glad that, she's up there, and it's like, that's what I want. Now, I will say, before I talk about the Barbie party, Mike Hill did respond to the whole thirsty situation on social media. Cynthia posted this beautiful image right here with her and QueenYa. This one, all right, and then this one right here. And she wrote Brother Barbie, all right, and the thirst emoji. And this is what her fiance wrote. I got plenty to keep you hydrated, and you can consume it all, so you never have to thirst, baby. Ooh, okay, Mike Hill. Team too much, LOL. Oh, wow, TMI, exactly. But anyways, Cynthia got her ring, and I'm wishing Cynthia and Mike Hill absolutely nothing but the best. And Mike Hill continued the thirst conversation. He took it to his Instagram and he wrote, thanks for always holding me down in the right way. He tagged Cynthia, I'm thirsty too, baby. Yeah, they're cute. Hope I'm always thirsty for you, baby. Oh, child. Okay, now we get it. But anyways, okay, Barbie party. Now, most of you are aware that I did a detailed video, okay, covering everything that Eva had to say from the Barbie party, going on from Porsha, all of that. It's a brand new video, so if you click on the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist, you can't miss it. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the entire Eva part at the Barbie party and all of that. This is the reason why I felt like, a review really wasn't necessary, because I covered everything separately. But I did want to say some nice things about the ladies and how I felt about the episode. So that's why I'm doing this video, to hold you over until I cover episode 2, either tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and move on from the whole Barbie party situation. Porsha sitting down with Kenya Moore with Brooklyn. Did probably 3-4 videos on it. So let's move on to other things that I have not talked about. Everyone, brought it. They came, they were very committed to what they were dressing as. I loved Porsha holiday Barbie look with Polar. You guys know I love red. I just feel like colors like red and yellow and things like that just pop, of our complexion. So I love that. But the people saying that the episode was or is boring. I don't care what movie you watch. Action, love, whatever the case might be, the movie just doesn't start with people just shooting and killing at each other. Okay? And even if it does, you will still have a break and a pause where they're right on the screen 6 months earlier or 2 weeks earlier to give you a backstory to why we are here and people are killing each other, okay? So the first episode is always this way. Now, last season, all of the episodes, excluding the one QueenYa was on, was a snooze fest, okay? But I'm just saying, most of the times, the episodes, the first one, regardless if the season is amazing or not, starts this way because they have to build the different stories so that it makes sense to why the drama started. So all you saw was QueenYa and Eva having a moment, right? And it's like, okay, how did Eva and QueenYa get here? Well, there you go. Eva made certain comments at the kids' party, and now it makes sense to why, QueenYa reacted the way she reacted, and now it makes sense to why we're going to see QueenYa and Eva at a table, with QueenYa, basically letting Eva know, tread lightly now. You don't want to come for me over here. So it makes sense. Then they have to build up, the Porsha Williams situation with Dennis. They have to build up everything so that everything else makes sense. Now, I love that Bravo showed Nene hypocrisy, with she inviting Walter to her wedding. She didn't know that man personally. She did it because she didn't like QueenYa more. When QueenYa approached her, you guys heard what she said on the screen. I talked about this already almost a year ago when Nene was going off on Cynthia Bailey. I'm like, girl, you're a hypocrite. And yeah, so I love that Bravo brought that back. Oh yeah, Eva's still looking for a house. It wasn't really important, so I just didn't talk about it. Candy and Todd moment with Ace in a surrogate. I love that. It was beautiful. Congratulations to Candy and Todd. I'm also sorry to hear that, one of the, embryos, and Candy had two, and, one of it did not go through. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad that, one of it did go through and you're about to have a baby. So congratulations to them. Although Nene wasn't on episode 1, she's not going to return until episode 3. She was very busy on Twitter retweeting, okay? So let's go through these tweets. WTF, my girl Nene was not in the first episode. I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta because of her. There goes QueenYa Moore bringing up 6-year-old receipts. It's time to toss that and come up with new material if you're going. I'm telling ya, she pissed Bravo off, okay? Because she thought she got by. She thought they had her back when they did not show flashback of her going off on QueenYa Moore when she invited Walter to her wedding, okay? Because Bravo had the opportunity to show that, side by side, last season when QueenYa Moore showed up. They did not. So she just thought, oh, okay, my hypocrisy ain't gonna show. I got by. Bravo was like, if you think you're about to choke people, break teeth, and send people to the hospital, and we go to the black screen because we don't want our network to be looked at as, okay, so you allow people to go that wild and you still keep them, the same way how they went to the black screen, when Porsha was on her third fight. So she just thought they're not going to show it. Now that they show the clip, how convenient that now is OT, or old receipts. Receipts are receipts. So convenient that now when her hypocrisy and her lies are being exposed, now all of a sudden, oh, let me tweet about things being old. Girl, bye. And for those of you who be like, oh, you don't like Nene, it's nothing like that. I'm literally reading what the lady herself put out there. It's not me creating lies. It would be one thing if I sat here and created lies about Nene. I'm literally reading off what she's putting out there, okay? So let's go ahead and continue. 30 minutes into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it's all sad news and sob stories. Now, she said that she was working on her relationship with the Porsha and the Cynthia and all of that. And let's see here. They're in pictures and videos, laughing and smiling together. Hey, everybody. We had an amazing panel, y'all. It was super lit. What was y'all favorite part?
The Q&A.
Yeah, the Q&A.
Yeah, the Q&A. I know, that's what I said. Tanya, that's our beautiful. QueenYa simply talked about Mark not being there, okay? But the sob story of the night, the rain, the baby crying, the tears, and all of that was actually Porsha's situation with Dennis, which we know that Dennis and Porsha are back together and working it out. So hopefully, you know, through her tweeting and all of that, her little friendship she's trying to rebuild stay intact. For her to retweet that, knowing that most of the episode sob story had to do with, you know, the friendships trying to build with Porsha. I don't think Portia's gonna like that too much, all right? So let's keep reading. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Nene Leakes would try to spit on QueenYa. It doesn't sit well in my spirit, and all the Nene shade is coming up like QueenYa's trying a little too hard. Poor thing can't keep her story together. First, she called Wendy Williams after the Kenya Moore interview and said, Wendy, I didn't watch, but people are calling me and telling me things. I didn't spit on her, okay? When QueenYa never said you spit on her on the Wendy Williams show and on Watch What Happens Live. By the way, QueenYa looked beautiful on Watch What Happens Live. I love this entrance right here.
World from the Kenya.
Walking towards Andy, that was everything, okay? And I was gonna do a review on that, but there's not much to review. I mean, QueenYa said what she said. Most of you watched the episode. You know, if not, just go and search Watch What Happens Live on YouTube, and you can watch it that way, you know? But anyways, let's move on. So Nene said, Wendy, I didn't spit on her. Now she's retweeting trying to spit on her. So which one is it? Did you try to make an attempt, make the spitting noise, try to spit in her direction, or did you spit on her? Because, you know, she can't keep her story straight. I'm also hearing allegedly that she's talking to Bravo, and Bravo might not show that part, which in return is going to make Kenya Moore look a certain way. Because I'm telling you guys how these people are. You try at this point, we shall see. But you know, when it comes to Kenya Moore, that Bravo. But it looks like I said, they're sick and tired. So we might see everything. So I guess when she was dragging Kenya name through the mud during her promotional tour of season 11, she wasn't trying too hard. Oh my gosh. Now that Kenya have the flow and gets to respond and move on because it's not that deep for Kenya Moore, now she's trying too hard. She's funny. She's suspended for a few episodes, and Nene responded, lies. I have never been suspended. If so, I would say it out loud. Now go ask Andy. All right, so she's claiming, let's see, waiting patiently for Nene Leakes to put these B words in their places. Bring it, Queen Nene, okay? The bleep they put Nene on the side when she should be front center. Oh, I really want to see these friendships, okay? Because Porsha is in the middle with Candy, even though people are saying this was done because of height, okay, and have nothing to do with, you know, you know how the narrative changed because Nene claimed it's her show. So the narrative always change when things don't work in Nene's favor, right? So now it's different. When Nene is in the middle, the narrative is, yes, the HBIC is in the middle, the queen, the OG. When she's on the side is, oh, they're doing it behind this season. It's not because of A, B, and C. You know, even if that's true, all right. But if you're trying to work on your relationship with Porsha and Candy and Cynthia and all that stuff, yeah, your response should actually be, no. I think it's great that Porsha and Candy are in the middle. You know, I've been in the middle before. I think it's great. That will show growth. Retweeting the bleep that put Nene on the side when she should be front and center. I don't know about those friendships, but good luck. I like these other girls, but bring on the queen. Okay. Porsha is already on the show. She's been carrying the show for 3+ seasons. That's why Nene is so threatening Team Porsha. Well, did you watch the same show I watched tonight? Let's be clear. If Nene had not built this house, you wouldn't know who Porsha was. I'm telling y'all. I don't think the rebuilding of these friendships are going to last. Ooh, child, this was just a few weeks ago. They were all doing a conference together and smiling videos. Okay, I guess the conference was filmed. I said, oh yes, you know, I'm an OG, but Porsha brings something amazing to the show. That's how you respond when people are your friends, they're not your co-workers, and you are basically, you know, working things out. That's just my take on it. So there you have it, man. Nene Leakes not being on a few episodes, but having enough time to respond. A few last things. The big deal that people made because KeeNya said that her husband would have a fit if another man was holding his baby. Like, why he ain't here then? If he don't want somebody else to hold his child. I'm like, ooh, let it go. Not that big of a deal. And then the girl sincerely wrote on her Instagram page that she was actually at the old lady gang for a meeting. And, you know, the show just happened to be filming and she took her opportunity. She ran up to the producers and was like, hey, and they mic'd her up right there. It wasn't planned. I'm like, okay, girl, whatever you say. But I will admit, though, that, you know, when I was at the old lady gang I took the first African-American bachelorette Rachel Lindsay there for lunch. And, you know, Todd came outside and, you know, we were eating. So I wasn't going to stop my meal to go and take a picture with him and stuff like that. So, you know, it is possible that you might go there on the day that everyone might be there. You know, I'm not believing that too much in what she's saying, but that's about it. But it was a decent first episode, basically, you know, building up to everything that's gonna happen. So once again, I'm wishing all of the ladies absolutely nothing but the best. Go ahead and end it here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.